Let's talk about Pixel Buds.
Pixel Buds.
This is the
Pixel
one.
Buds Pro.
I swung and totally whiffed on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think
you did.
I put an article the day before. I was like, "This is one for sure we're not going to see."
So when I wrote the
at
I wrote the 6A article. I linked Robbie's, and I went back and read it. And I'm like, man, we were off but I mean, it's like we mentioned.
The rumor showed up like 2 weeks ago.
And that when we got to looking yesterday, we were looking like how much hardware has actually been. There's been hardware featured. There's been Chromebooks featured. There's been all sorts of things featured. They just don't announce stuff. So we're like, as much as we'd love to see 4 or 5 products, let's be realistic. We might get one.
Yeah, we felt pretty confident with the 6A.
That's what made sense. So when they came out with all of this stuff, and then the Pixel Buds, because Robbie had done some digging in Google acquiring all of these audio file people and all this different patents and all this stuff. That's been going on for quite some time. So apparently the Pixel Bud Pros have been in the works for a while.
Yeah. This wasn't just something they came up with last week.
There's some pretty serious engineering
and they look awesome.
Here.
Yeah.
They do. Great. And it looks like spec sheet wise, they're going to solve most of the problems with the Pixel Buds, which is great.
Thornless.
The case looks the same.
Thornless.
It's not the same, obviously, but the outside of it still has the Pixel Buds look, which is cool. The case has never been a problem. But yeah, they look more like little tubes, which, I mean, Gabe's got like 47 pair of earbuds, and they all have that kind of look to them.
Yeah.
Like if there's a little nub that sticks into your ear, and there's, some bulk to it that just sits in your ear. There's no need for a round thing to have a spoke on it, to hold it in your ear. Like, you just let the mass of the earbud just kind of hold itself there. And so they've definitely moved to that look. Let's see what they didn't say anything about connectivity, but
at one point they said improved connectivity, but
they gave
ambiguous.
and they gave no specifics on what they did to improve anything, if they did anything, whatever. Right. But again, you got to think the Pixel Buds A. I've been using them actually quite a bit at the desk. I got them out to try. I think when that rumor came out, I was messing with them. And I've just been using them when I need to pop my earbuds in, just because I can jump between devices really easily. It's nice and fast. I've not had a single connection issue with them. And did you have connection issues with the Pixel Buds A?
No, they were fine.
Okay. Yeah. So I think maybe they just solved that already.
Yesterday at the gym, my
Pixel Buds. Oh, they're trash, man. I'm sorry.
They're
awful.
My left earbud just stopped working. I had to go put them back in the case, take them out, and put them back in, and then they started working again. And then they were still cutting in and out.
They're super frustrating.
And my phone was literally sitting on a box literally right behind me.
Yeah, they were super frustrating. The A's were good for their price, but they dropped some of the things that made the Pixel Buds great.
Yeah.
Like the swiping gestures were so awesome.
Love it. I use that all the time. That's the reason I still use the regulars.
They made the Thorn a little better in the A. It was softer, so it didn't hurt. Like I can wear I've worn those in the last week twice for over an hour and not really had any pain in that area. But they're missing features and they still have a lot of lag. If you're viewing anything that's not a video, there is just very discernible lag, like a full second worth of lag that just doesn't need to be a thing. I've got $65 Wise Buds Pro that a company that basically makes a little bit of everything made some earbuds, and they don't have lag.
I mean, my daily drivers I play PUBG with are $25, and the lag is
the Bluetooth tech is at the point right now where the little bit of lag you do get from across the board is what everything should have. Like my AirPods Pro, they all have it's very little, but it's not enough that you can't play a game with it or whatever. The latency is manageable and in control. It's what you expect from modern Bluetooth stuff. So the fact that the Pixel Buds and Pixel Buds A couldn't get over this hurdle, I think my guess is, I've never looked it up, but I bet you the Pixel Buds A have a lot of the same connectivity stuff, Bluetooth wise. I bet you the stacks are the same for both of them. And Bluetooth is just, since the Pixel Buds were originally announced in 2018 or 19?
18.
Whatever, the Pixel 4.
That was
the Pixel 4.
That was the New York trip.
That Bluetooth's come a just obviously, and become more
5.0. So I mean, but if they're 5.0 and they're done properly, that's fine. They don't need to be 5.2. 5.0 is perfect, if the sensors are right.
Yeah, so hopefully that won't be an issue, but everything else has been addressed, I think. So I mean, they have active noise cancellation, and they're using machine learning and AI and stuff to
help it even better,
make it better. So whatever that means. It can discern noise and knock it out.
Some
And
of
it's
the pass-through stuff that it's doing.
yeah. So hopefully their pass-through will be good. So like if you're wanting to hear the outside world, kind of again,
so they talked about
AirPods
the
Pro.
enhanced transparency mode and all that stuff. So
and then they're using beamforming and machine learning to be better while you're on phone calls, of blocking out everything except your voice. And Google's gotten really good at that kind of stuff. And so I think the phone call slash because the audio quality of the Pixel Buds has always been really good. So I mean, you add noise canceling to that, like good noise canceling to that. I think it could be an awesome set of earbuds.
Yeah.
The battery life sounds crazy. 7
hours.
11
with
without,
active.
7 with, 31 with the case. So
Yeah, I mean those are big numbers.
That's
But they're bigger earbuds. So there's more room for battery. So I mean, it's just like, okay, cool.
3
But
colors or 4 colors?
4. Lemongrass, coral, fog, and charcoal.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they changed lemongrass from the limoncello.
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 Was that what they were saying?
Lemongrass.
That was
Yeah.
the leak.
The leak was
Yeah.
that they were
So
limoncello.
I don't know. I'm happy with that. I mean, we talked about this. 179 was too much for the original Pixel Buds. If the original Pixel Buds had worked as intended and had noise canceling, 179 would have been fine. At 199, these had better come out of the gate and do everything that they said and have no lag. If they do that, they will be worth every penny of it.
There are 2 other things too that we didn't mention. The volume EQ thing, like so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, at lower levels, being able to push the bass up a little bit, like being smart enough to figure out, like, hey, when you turn volume down, you lose these things. Let's bump those things up, and then as volume comes up,
Well,
fixing.
and they made a point to
recompressing.
say tuned by our in-house
Oh, yeah.
engineers.
Yeah,
audio
all these
engineers.
people we stole, poached, hired.
So that again is just going to make them sound better.
Yeah.
Again, I've never really complained too much about the way they sounded. Like the audio quality's always been great.
Yeah.
I think. And then they did point out with the noise canceling that earbuds. It's hard to get earbuds that fit every single ear, and so there's going to be a time where the most comfortable fit for you maybe doesn't perfectly seal out all the outside
this
noise.
was interesting.
I'm using machine learning and stuff to be able to kind of noise cancel some of that stuff for you too, so they can, even if the seal isn't physically perfect in your ear, it can offset some of that
So
stuff.
instead of just using the mics to grab what's outside, it's like if there's a gap, it's actively looking for areas where sound might be getting in, I guess is how it's doing it. So
Yeah, I don't know.
they sound really smart.
Yeah. Again, if all the stuff they said, it ends up being like translating to the actual experience,
Take
these
my
are going to
money.
be awesome.
Yeah.